Hi everyone and welcome back to the Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for a review of the latest Chinese New Year set, which is the Lunar New Year Parade 80111. Now this set has 1,653 pieces. It's £90 in the UK, €100 or $130 in the US. It comes with 18 minifigures, which you can see them all here. This is the whole thing built. It's 3 parts, so I'm going to go through it in the 3 booklets that you get and talk about exactly why I like it, why I don't like it, and show you a bit more detail. So let's get into it. So you can attach these 3 floats together in any order you like. They have the mechanism to connect at both ends of all 3, but we're going to go through them in the order that they are built. So this is the very first one. Every single float has a slightly different mechanism for making it sort of move about the actual float part. So the basic float is exactly the same, different decoration, but then the mechanism is different. So this is the bunny, or the rabbit I should say, and he goes up and down, just like so. Now that mechanism is achieved via this wheel at the bottom, just making this go up and down essentially as it rolls. So the rest is all pretty similar. You've got these little wheels on each of the floats, and they work really well to hide those. So you can see quite a lot of them on this one, but actually when it's flat down you don't notice them at all. The others are slightly better disguised. You've got lots of detailing here. You've got the printed coins as well for the float. The colour scheme of this set is kind of what we're expecting from all the other Chinese New Year sets that we've seen. You've got the reds, the golds and the teals, but they've added in this sort of pale yellow this time. I'm not entirely convinced by that colour, if I'm honest, but I do quite like the fact that we've got these cloud pieces in that colour. Just seems fun. And it's not too much. So it's just an extra accent colour in there. The bunny itself, it's quite a cute build. You can manipulate his ears to make him look slightly different if you want. I do find these red eyes a little bit scary, but I think that's just the tradition of using red eyes on all of the animals, because we've had previous bunnies in other sets that have had the red eyes. We've got 2 different golds in the set. So you've got I think this is the lacquered one, I think people call it. So that one I think looks the most shiny, whereas this one is just the plain gold. And I kind of wish we had a consistency between those, just sort of the one of them, and preferably this one, because I do like this one better. But it doesn't look bad, it works. It just adds a little bit of extra shine in there. The rabbit is holding a envelope, one of those money envelopes that you get at Chinese New Year, and I think that's what he's essentially showing you as he goes up and down. It's a bit skew up here. This is the mascot, so we get one of these in the Chinese New Year sets every time. So as you can see, we've got a new bunny headpiece. This is not the normal bunny ears that we get, and it's got the sort of actual face on there as well. I do like it, it's quite nice. We've got the lantern as well, the rabbit lantern. I'm disappointed by how many of these lanterns are in the set. There's, I think, only 3. And normally you get a few more than that, but I do love the fact that they still do have the lantern. You've got 2 faces. I'm going to do the minifigures as we go along, I think. 2 faces, 1 big smiley mouth, 1 not. The torso is beautiful. Really nice detailing on there. But the method for attaching the minifig in this is like what I would call the Friends style. So instead of having studs for her to clip into, she just sort of pops in there. And I don't think that leaves her as secure. So the number of times I've turned around and she's sort of falling off of this thing, it's kind of annoying. So I think I would have preferred to have seen studs there. Now the detail on the envelope and here, that is all stickers. And I was initially super disappointed. I'll show you the sticker sheet. The amount of stickers with this set just really bugged me. But actually, I've gone back and looked, and I haven't yet built the Lunar New Year traditions from last year, and that had a whole load of stickers as well. So I think it's that they pick one set a year to really go all out on the prints. And I think this year it's going to be those Lunar New Year displays, the ones with the fish and the flowers on. So those ones look to be all printed. So this one, unfortunately, has now got the stickers. And some of the stickers were very hard to apply. So the rest of the minifigs for this booklet, you've got the giant headed ones. So I believe in like a New Year's Eve parade, they would be wearing these, but it looks like they're quite large heads and they might be hard to breathe in. So that every now and then they'll take them off and they'll be holding them as well. So you can swap the minifigure head for the big fig head. That does work, but most of the time they're probably just holding it so they can actually breathe. You've got the flags. This is very shiny, this plastic here. And it's good that that's not a sticker, obviously. So the lady holding, or the torsos on these two, they match. You've got the little bunny in the corner, which I like that. So you've got the actual year detail on there. A bit more detailing at the back, but no alternative head for this figure. Also, quite a lot of the figures come with these little stands. I'm not entirely sure whether that's to help them stand up because they've got the big flags, or whether it's to give them a bit more motion. So you've got this one walking because it is a parade with movement. There's the second big fig, so that's the face on the big fig head. And again, the same torso as I said. And no alternative head on that one either. I guess they're holding their alternative heads. Now, the next three minifigures I love because they are the same minifigures that we get in at least one set a year. So it's the little family that seems to pop up every year. So here's the dad. He's got his camera. He's always got his camera, it would seem. He's got a little jumper and scarf combo. It's looking good. And those glasses are possibly my favourite part of this set. Just the fact that he's got bunny glasses for the Year of the Rabbit, I think, are amazing. You can put normal glasses on. These are not the same glasses he normally has. He's normally got a bit more of a square rim. But, you know, people change their glasses, especially when they can customise them to look like rabbits. So it's fine. It's the hair that gives this one away. And the fact that he's with his wife, who always has the same expression and same hair. So she's got a hoodie there, or sort of jacket on. And she's got some lettering on the back. Looks like an orange and a pear, and then two symbols. No alternative face for her this year. Now, last year was the first year they changed the child's hair, so she had very straight hair. She was in her pyjamas. This year she's out and about, so she's got plaits and a beanie hat to keep her warm. She's got a similar jacket, in fact the same jacket as her mum, so they're twinning. And there's her sort of oh my gosh face, and she's holding an iPad maybe, where she's video calling her grandparents. And again, that's how you can tell it's her, because those are the matching grandparents. So I love that they continue that detail throughout all of these sets, and I'm looking forward to when she doesn't have the short legs and she's actually grown up fully. So let's move on to the next float. So I'm going to refer to this one as the band stand, or the band float, I guess, but it's got the music on. So you've got 5 minifigures in this part, all with the same matching torsos. I'll see if I can give you a better look at that torso there. So they are all exactly the same outfits, and they do that quite often in the Chinese New Year sets. So for the Dragon Boat, you had the same. So I'm not too bothered that that's the case, and the fact that there's 18 minifigures, they've got to make some savings somewhere. You do have 3 of the minifigs with the exact same hairpiece in this set, so this one is repeated 3 times. Different faces, so that's fine. But I kind of see it as this is the main girl. She's in charge. She's the lead. The drummer always has to look different and fancy and more sort of rocky, in my opinion. And then the rest just have to blend in because they're just the filler kind of thing, which is kind of mean, but anyway. So as I started with the minifigs, we'll carry on. So she's got like a little symbol with a whacker. These are actual symbols to whack together. Let's have a closer look at her face, if it will focus. And then they do have alternate faces. So I should go back to the other one and find that one. There we go. Ooh. There we go. So this one's alternate face. She's a bit sleepy looking. It's an interesting face. This one's playing a drum at the front. And I imagine they would all fit on the float itself. She's got a pretty simple face there. No alternate face for her, so she's definitely not the lead. This one has that beautiful, I want to say guitar, but it's got the bendy top, so I have no idea what that actually is. I might look that up. Or you could let me know in the comments below, that would be helpful. And I think that looks beautiful, that piece. This hair seems very Monkey Kid. And then she's got the alternative face, although I didn't spot a difference. Oh, open mouth. Open mouth, closed mouth. And then the drummer, she has 2 whackers. Same torso, but she's then got the different hair with the nice bangs and the little space buns and plaits down the side. I love this hair. And she has quite a cheeky face going on there. They've all got very light pink lips, so I don't know if that's also part of their look. I'm going to put her back on so you can see the mechanism for the float as well. So as before, as it moves, this one rocks backwards and forth, so you can keep moving, and she does go backwards and forth. It's not just the fact that I'm going back and forth. So that was the more complicated mechanism to do. So we've got 2 wheels this time, and you have to make sure you line these bits up to keep her from going the wrong way. But again, very similar at the bottom. And again, you can see these wheels. These ones are shielded quite well with this decoration here, again by sticker. And you've got lanterns, detailing here. And again, these are the hard stickers to put on because of the shape of the pieces. Stickers here. And you've got the big vinyl detailing here. I don't know if this is meant to look like the mouth of a dragon or the head of a dragon. It does look like a dragon head to me, but I can't quite work out whether this is its mouth or this is its eye. Where the eyes are, whether you can actually see the eyes or not. Are these the eyes, or is that the eye here? I'm not sure. But you've then got a couple of the rabbit lanterns as well, just on the side of the drum. And the drum itself was a really lovely technique to make that shape. I'm very impressed with that shape. But the stickers on the drum were super hard to line up. And I wish that had been printed, because once you work it out, my top tip is to try and line that bit up with this line here. So that pointy detail goes down. I mean, if you get that on both sides, it looks good. So I'm happy with that. Right, let's move on to the third float. Oh, hang on, I've got another minifigure from this bag. So let's do that first. So this is just a spectator. She's got her boba tea there. Pretty simple. Not much detail there, but let's check for an alternative face. I'm not entirely sure why she would be scared. Maybe someone dressed up as a dragon has come close to her or something. I don't know. It's a very odd choice of face. Now our final float is actually a Lego themed float. You can see Brickley there on the top, and this is actually arranged exactly how it shows you in the picture on the front of this booklet, but it just doesn't work. So if I try and move this, it's got the simplest of the mechanisms, and you can see Brickley spins. Now, if I continue, watch the knight at the back with the helmet. That's just not a good place to stand. Off he goes. So I don't know where you're meant to actually put him, but the suggested place does not work as soon as you start pulling this along. Now, this one's great because you get a lot of details that people have been waiting for in sets. So you've got the classic pirate hat, you've got the classic space hat in purple, I might add. You've got the classic sort of knight hat, and if you turn it around, we've got some fireworks here, but if you lift the lid off the box of fireworks, you could accessorise with the classic fireman's hat, or the classic forestman hat, or the classic general builder type hat. They're all in there. All the hats are available. And I have no idea why Lego have done that, but I love it. So I'm going to put those all back in there. So there isn't actually fireworks in that container at all. They're just on the side here. Ian found this part to be a little on the ugly side. He feels that there needs to be some sort of detail there, but maybe that would be a better place for people to stand so they don't get knocked off by Brickley. So again, they've attempted to hide those wheels. You can barely see them from sort of the right angle, and fairly simple mechanism in there, just a lot of cogs to sort of make it continually spin. Again, the detailing on these little banners that would previously have been printed is stickers, and you can see you've got rabbits on both of those. So sort of sitting rabbit and just a rabbit head on that one. All of these Lego symbols are stickers as well, which is kind of annoying. There's a lot of those to put on, but they are only attached by the one stud, so you can easily line those up, or like really annoy people who have OCD by putting them upside down, which is what Ian did to me. Another rabbit sticker there as well. And we've got the air tanks in purple, which is the only thing we're missing for making a classic spaceman in purple. So that was really kind of Lego to include that as well. So yeah, you've got 4 Lego blocks, an orange one, a green one, a yellow one, and a blue one. And I kind of feel this one is just sort of stealing from the City of Lanterns last year, because they were pretty much all included in that. I can't leave it like this. And the Brickley was in that as well. So this does feel a little bit strange, but at the same time, it's a nice little homage to Lego in the parade. These little gold pieces pop off all the time. They're kind of annoying, so that's not the best. But the little lantern here is quite nice. Nice little design there. And I do like it, but I think I would prefer it if they'd been stickers. Other minifigures in this booklet, you've got the small child. They seem to have like a Monkey Kid jacket on that's sort of unzipped, which I think is quite a nice look. I love in the hair, if I'm honest. And then the little envelopes, which are currently on the BAM wall, I believe. I picked some up in my last haul. And there's the back of the jumper's got a sort of a pocket detailing. An unhappy face there for the child. Maybe he opened the envelope and found there was nothing in it. You've also got this one. I find the torso on this one a very odd colour scheme. Brown, pink and orange, but you know. Some sort of food being eaten. And then the alternate face is also a sleeping one. And then you've also got the guy with a sort of firecracker string. I think that's what it's like. Oh, actually, it's a girl looking closer up. And she's got the sort of Monkey Kid hair. Some good pockets on her top. Nice detailing. Very happy looking face. Even happier on the reverse. And that's a very simple sort of... oh, look, she's got a Lego brick on the back of her. So she does definitely go with a Lego float. I like that. So they made her look very much in keeping with the parade, but then also added the Lego detail on. I'd missed that originally, so I think that's quite a nice little detail. And she comes on one of these stands as well to give her a bit more movement. Right, let's look at how these floats connect, because this, I think, is one of the fiddliest details there is. I like what they've done in some respects, but not in others. So, you've got the little ball joint here on the front and the back of each one, and then you've got 2 little studs for this bit to sort of clip on when it's not in use. So that's the That's the bit that connects them. And it does look quite nice when it's not in use. As soon as you take it off and put it in, that's fine. You can't really keep it a particular way, so I don't like it when it ends up sort of anti-stud up. But that's not the worst part. It's just there is not enough length there to then be able to put them together without having to literally pick them up and do it. And because I've shown you quite a few places where they are fiddly, it's not easy to not lose bits, and also they don't go straight together, so you it's not so bad. But I was trying to do it on the table because I thought that would make it less likely that I would break things, and as you can see I can barely sort of get my fingers in there, and then sort of pushing them at either end to connect them up, it just doesn't work as nicely as I'd like. But it does allow you to have sort of the ability to move them in different directions, so going around corners. But I think floats wouldn't be this close together, so I think I'm going to display mine a bit further apart and not have to use those annoying bars. So this is an amazing set. There's so much detail in there. I am still disappointed on the sticker side. I love all the minifigs. I think there's a lot of detail in there. I would like to see more of the specific lanterns and less of the connections using the Friends connections. I just don't think that works very well. Not very secure. But I'm super happy to have it in my city because we're kind of running out of space for buildings, but we've got streets that we can fill up with the parade, so it just works really well for me. I am a little bit confused why it was offered for sale in the UK and then withdrawn from sale. So we got it available on Christmas Day. That was the same as last year. The US had to wait until the 10th, and suddenly we could no longer buy it in the UK as well. So I don't know if it was a sudden realisation by Lego that was an unfair thing to do and they withdrew it from sale. But I checked on the Chinese Lego website and they also cannot buy this at the moment. And that seems odd to me. I would have expected them to feel like it was okay to do an early release in China and not in other countries, whereas it seems that it's been pulled completely until the 10th. So I don't know if there's something wrong, but I'm a little bit worried about that. But I'm glad that I have it, just in case they completely withdraw it. It is an amazing set, and I would be sad not to ever have the opportunity to purchase this. So fingers crossed on the 10th it will come back and everyone will be able to purchase it, because it's just gorgeous. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the set. Which bit are you most excited about? Are you all in for the figures, or do you actually really like the floats themselves and the mechanisms you get? Also, let me know which other Lunar New Year sets you're planning on purchasing. I kind of feel like I want them all because I'm a completist when it comes to the Chinese New Year theme, apart from that very first one that was so hard to get. But I'm not sure. I'm on the fence still, so maybe help me decide. If you want to see other Lunar New Year sets and our Lunar New Year area in our city, then I'll link up a playlist at the end for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later!